Whew. Alright. If I pass out from heat exhaustion tonight, um, I'll give you all the secret into the campaign. It was Sable's horse all along. The horse is a shape-shifted 17th level character. It's been spying on you.
If you pass out, that's gone past heat exhaustion into heat stroke, and I will take you to the hospital.
I'm kidding, I'm not. I just, the quietness, I just moved the fan actually to point directly at me, because I don't have to think about anyone else tonight. Well, except for my players, but, yeah. Alright, let's nudge this pig into the way we start to do stuff.
Flawless intro, well done.
It's always flawless. I think I want this tonight. Ooh, look at that. That sounds so intense. Alright, hello and welcome. We, this is the Ilderon Tales. This is group, oh, we're not dividing groups by anything. This is the Umoja Echoes group, Saga 1, Session 10 of their campaign. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Everything you are going to see is going to be live storytelling. Maybe this music's too intense. And if you're under the age of 14 and you're watching, stop and talk to your parents. I'm gonna jump straight into the recap of last session. Last session was the most Amaru-focused, Amaru-centered, super Amaru session ever, and I loved it. It was beautiful, and I'd run it again if I could. So last session started on the 16th of Father. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to jump in?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
I was thinking bad of my roommate.
Oh, no worries. Okay. Last session started on the 16th of Father. The party is currently in the nation of Ardor Serai in the capital city of Ardor. They are investigating a string of wild crimes across the city and incidents recorded by the Sage. You will die, phone. Hold on. I'm so sorry. It's so unprofessional. Sorry about that. The party was investigating a wild string of crimes. They are currently looking into who is hiring all these assassins in the city to cause chaos, and why. They talked to a few of the assassins who have been resisting contracts, and got their next couple leads. The party is loosely certain, or is mostly certain, that Draylon Madison isn't behind these attacks. However, he's a pretty awful dude, and the party wants to eliminate him, so they're going south to try and get support for their ploy, and just trying to get some of these bad actors out of the capital. While half the party traveled south, Amaru stayed in the capital The price of getting helped, or the price of Galay getting you all help to sneak into the castle to talk to the assassin, was that her and a party member needed to help for a shady job at the docks. They revealed that the job at the docks, that night, as Amaru and Galay walked up to it, they were killing an unrepentant member who was being targeted by some of these assassins. She's already killed 2 prominent assassins that are after her, and the person who has the contract has essentially made it open season on her. The first person to get her head gets what's left of the money that to be paid out, and Galay and Amaru were to be bait and lure the lady who is an unrepentant member into a trap that would kill her, and potentially Amaru and Galay also. They said, screw that, we're not doing that plan, and fought their way out of and ran their way out of this down alley, down dock neighborhood through hordes of gangs and assassins and traps and explosives and runes and hitmen and dwarves on speedboats shooting ballistas at the side of the cliff. And they managed to save this unrepentant member's life and get out with their own heads in a pretty epic display. So now we cut to the same day. That evening, moving south, we go from the high action thriller of Amaru leaping through scaffolding to the political thriller of intense negotiations and dead-eyeing mean nobles. So we'll pick up on this day. It is the 16th of Servant, the late evening. The party has spent the afternoon riding south from the capital on horseback. It is a 4-hour ride. As you leave the capital, you head south to Somar Villa. Somar Villa is like this outskirt land where normally rich families would have like a mansion and a ranch, or like some sort of estate and grounds outside of the capital city. That happens so much here that it's grown into its own city. So there's all of these rich estates and rich mansions, and all of this land that was, these open fields slowly got bought up until it's its own little spectacular suburb of its own, just south of the capital. Riding through town, each one of these manors and each one of these estates tries to reach over and reach past the last one, or the next one, in its grandeur. And there, just approaching anywhere within town, there is a loose fog in the area, a mist that kind of coats the ground, so much so that, standing and looking down at your feet, you can still make out your feet, but they definitely lose a lot of detail at this rolling fog throughout town. It is the late evening, and you all have 2 different goals. One goal for one half of the party is to stake out and find this person that is delivering all of Elena's messages, and try and learn more information about him. The other goal is to try and get a meeting with Lady Lethalia Nakehart, and ask her for support to lend resources to help kill Draylin Madison. I don't think we have a plan on how either's gonna go, so we can kind of talk now and maybe come up with that plan, or decide which side of the party we're going to go with first, or what. How about this? We roll into town. It's the middle of the evening. What do you all want to do? you're in this rich, ritzy, foggy, like south suburb of Ardor.
For me, I want to do the stakeout and stuff, so I think I want to probably find the shopping center that the guy hangs out at, and maybe just like find a good place to watch over. I think it was like the bakery or something that he goes to. Was that what it was?
Yeah, Delayed told you he has a specific type of baked good each time he
Yeah.
comes to town, and she assumes you can only get it from here.
Okay, so I think I want to try to find that bakery and then also scope out just like a good place to like be for
Okay.
like next day for like yeah.
Okay, how about you can give me a investigation check and a perception check for Ivana.
Okay.
As you get in town, you can ride off from the party and
Oh, nat
kind of.
20 investigation, -1, 19,
Oh my,
and 7 perception.
that's beautiful. Okay, before I handle that, does anyone else want to do anything?
Um,
I mean, I guess my owl could help action that or something.
Okay,
Okay.
roll
you're
again
gonna
then.
Roll with Ivana. Yeah, for that perception
Yep,
check.
that's worse. With a
You
2,
used
so
all of your
7.
luck.
I'm fine. I got a nat 20 in the other one. I'm fine with that 7.
Okay. Let me open my notes folder for Somar Villa, because that is one of the few ones that I have digitally instead of on paper. Got it. Okay. You are going to go looking for the bakery. It looks like there are 2 other people who shop there. Interesting. Old Emmy was way smarter than me. You are going to go looking for the bakery. You will. I didn't record which side of town it was, so I'm going to decide that now. I would say that this place is probably in the stair. Yeah. Like, leading back to Ardor Sarai, yes. Alright, you're gonna go looking for the bakery. This is a... I would say this late, most of these people are probably closing up, asking around for it. It is well known. It is called the North Flower, and it you can find it easily by its sign, as like people point it out to you. Walking by, you see the sign is like a bag of flour, and instead of flour, there's like a little sunflower hanging out of it, and this would be like etched in wood or something. The smells would probably entice you, but I need dice because I think they'd probably be closing up for the evening. But you
That's okay if they are closed.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't care either way. I just needed to know its location.
You're going to and for once you guys don't have Amaru with you. You're going to see a Knight of the Magnate here. They'll have the clothes of the Ardorian like royal army on. and she's going to be helping out some of the different workers and stuff who are either moving crates or packing up like the goods that didn't sell. And if you are just like sitting across the street like watching them, I'm gonna need you to give me a stealth check. Otherwise you can just find it and like turn away.
Okay, I think now I want to look across the street from there and see if there's any like buildings or something, or if there's like a place where I could get like, you know what I mean, like get up high, like so it's not noticeable that I'm like, I don't want to watch it like right now. I want to like prepare this for like the morning, because I doubt he'd be coming to get,
Yeah.
I don't know, baked goods at 8 p.m.
So I asked for that perception check.
Oh, for that part. Okay,
Yeah, for
fair
looking
enough.
around. No. I think I do want to build off of that. I would say as you turn and you look behind you and look up in like in this building, I would say there are plenty of places, but you don't know who owns this building, or you know if they'll let you hang out in it.
Okay, so is the bakery on like just like on like the ground?
Yeah, I would say it's street level.
Okay. And how tall, like, how many stories high are the buildings across the street? Like 2, 3-ish, maybe?
Here in the stair, yeah, I would say 2.
2. Okay. Is there anything on the roof?
Of which building? The bakery
Of
or
just the building across the street.
I'd say most of these buildings would have slanted roofs. So you could get up there, but you'd have to cling to it.
Damn, okay. Okay.
All
right, I think I...
For Misty, or for Ivana, give me a fortune check real quick. Roll a D100 and tell me if you land in your fortune range.
Alright. No.
That is beautiful. And you have Anthem's owl following you. And it's got a perception of +3.
Better than mine.
I would say for Ivana, as you are here and you are scoping out a place on the street, or from the street for like a place to do this stakeout, you think you see somebody watching you in one of these windows above. As you turn to look, they walk away from their window doing whatever they were attending their night to.
Okay.
It's worth noting, while Somar Villa is like a big place, I wouldn't say it's as alive as as the capital. I would say when sun sets here, most people are like retreating to their homes and stuff.
Okay. Alright. So, I think honestly now I'm just gonna look for now that I like know the location of it, and I don't know, I've kind of noted the surroundings. I think I just want to go try to find like a hotel or like an inn or something.
Okay, close to here.
Yeah.
So, last session I mentioned it very briefly. There is a tavern on the road, on the northern road leading into the city, that would like most be used for travelers just coming in and out of Somar Villa like quickly from Arter Sarai. I would say Ivana's probably used it before. It's a place called Walgreef. It's not the fanciest place in town, but I would say also at the same time, it's not the most subtle place in town. It'd have a lot of foot traffic. That is not terribly far from you.
Okay.
If you want to try someplace else, that's also fine.
No, I think I'll just head there and try to get a room for the night,
Okay.
just so I don't stand out, because I'm really trying to keep like a low profile.
Okay. And would you want to get a room for the rest of the party while they're in town?
Yeah.
All right. I would say this is a pretty nice place. About 2 gold a night. You can get a room for the. Well, it's going to be 4 gold. You'll need 2 rooms for the
Okay.
7 of you or 6 of you.
Okay.
All
I
right.
pay that. And then I don't know, let everyone else know, hey, I got a room here. Don't need to sleep on the streets or anything.
All right. As you all are settling in for the evening, and preparing for resting, it's worth noting Avalon draws a good little bit of attention hanging out inside of Woolgrief. Everybody has a different take on Ardorian politics and the things happening in the nation, and she is unfortunately a figure kind of at the center or near the center of what's going to happen for the nation. And I would say it's probably same with Billy, but Billy would probably retreat at all of like this extra attention. In any case, does Sable ever share her name?
Like my full name?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think that's something she tries to keep hidden.
Okay. Yeah, and I would say that I always describe Somar Villa as like the Paris of Ilderon. Of like, this is probably the place where some of the richest and coolest people on this side of the world hang out and congregate. So I would say there's like a minor celebrity fest here, and even Sable would be getting asked like some questions about her legacy, and what's she doing in Ardor Sarai, and just some general excitement or fear at like the Calgaran name. Like I said, you all are a party of essentially almost Ilderon's 1%ers. So we're just missing a princess. Otherwise, with enough of a stir, Avalon and Leonidas? Lindis, I think? I forget her name. But Billy's bodyguard, you are Loridus.
Loridus.
You all are able to secure a room. Nobody's really going to bother you much after your festivities in the tavern, and Loridus will take turns guarding the room at night. And I think Avalon would lend a hand too. All
Okay.
right.
Is there like a bar downstairs or something?
Yeah. I would say, if I was to give you like a bigger description of this place, stepping into Woolgrief, immediately to the right, there is this giant bookshelf of all of these different journals and tomes that have been placed there. It is for members of the Four Ascended, people of your faith, to share stories and lessons of their travels that they have learned with each other. Other than that, the far left side of the room, there's a long stretching bar here, and there's a open lobby and then a staircase on the far straight across from you going up to a second floor. that is open, and you can see, and there's a stage up there and people singing and dancing.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna say, all right, everyone, I'm gonna do a little bit of reconnaissance. If anyone wants to come with me, I'm gonna go talk to this bartender downstairs.
Okay. Does anybody want to go with Ivana?
Yeah. I'll come with.
Oh, I don't know if this is a good idea. I look like an unrepentant member, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
Like fully armored, holy symbol.
Yeah.
Out.
Okay.
You probably made a little name for yourself off of the some of the different cases you've taken and resolved.
I'm trying to decide if I want
Nope.
to disguise myself. Yeah, maybe it's less suspicious if I am. Yeah, I'm gonna go as I am, actually. Okay, it's gonna head
I got,
downstairs.
like 2 changes of clothes.
I'm just thinking, like, is it more or less suspicious if I'm poking around for a specific person? Is it, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I would say for Ivana, if the unrepentant comes someplace asking about someone in particular, I don't think that ever bodes well for the individual involved. I mean, like, people know your faith, know the God you serve, and probably have a healthy, like, disposition towards you. But if there are rumors or things circulating, yeah, it would, I think it'd essentially be like, it's like, hey, I'm looking for somebody, and it's like, oh, that person stepped in some shit. She's gonna kill them.
okay. I don't want that. I want to be as undercover as possible. So I think I'm gonna take off my armor and then, like, leave, like, still keep my, like, holy symbol on me, but, like, stick it in a pocket or something and, like, not have it visible.
Okay.
Just so I can, like, be less suspicious.
Yeah, even, like, Ivana here on personal time or something might be, like, an idea, where,
Yeah.
maybe she's just vacationing in the city or something, and might ask a couple questions while she's around.
That's what I want to do. I don't want to raise any alarm bells in people's heads yet.
Okay. And Jasper, I cut you off. Was Sable going to join?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Phoenix, do you want Anthem to join too?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. All right. Heading downstairs and trying to talk to the bartender. You can see she is slumped over her bar. You guys came here on 6th day. I think, like, this probably wouldn't be one of her best nights. And she's, like, got a cup right next to her, like, laying on the bar, hand resting on, like, a jar of wine, or a jug of wine, carafe. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Carafe of wine, and pouring it, barely even looking. She'll lift her head up and take a sip, and then lay back down. Ivana, you can approach her if you sit at the bar. She'll say, "What do you want?"
Hello. What's your name?
Shaul. She'll,
Shaul?
Yeah, she'll stand straight up, wipe, like, the side of her mouth, and say, yeah, Shaul.
Can I use 5 of my lay on hands to, like, sober her up a little bit?
For it.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, You see, is it? Can I see your hand for a second?
Last year I have a ring on it, so oath.
And then I'm
Uh,
gonna lay on hands for 5, cure her of her
she's going to
drunkenness.
spark to life. The
Say,
inebriation leaving her.
I
And
feel better.
there is like this sobering, like all these sobering thoughts were turning to her mind of why she was drinking, what's going on, who you are. She'll shake her head and say, sorry, welcome to Wolgrief. Yeah.
Sorry to bother you. You seem to be having a rough night.
Um, she's going to say, rough is an understatement. My date to the Nakart ball this at the end of this week has stopped returning my letters. They were supposed to
Oh
be returned
no.
3 days ago.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
Ah, she's gonna brush a hand forward and say, fuck her.
Um,
Oh wait, I'm
Oh,
sorry, this is a nicer area of town. She's gonna say, I don't need her.
well, me and my 2 companions and I just wanted to, yeah, can I just have a water? That's really all I need. Do you guys want anything?
I'll take what's strong.
Alright. Yeah, she'll pour a water for you, and she will, pour a glowing gold beverage for Sable. And you know what? For curing the, hangover, she's gonna say it's on the house.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. We're just, I'm just kind of, I'm on a little bit of leave from work right now. Do you know any good, like, food places around here that I can go? I've been here on work and stuff, but I've never really explored for the fun of it. Do you have any, like, recommendations for, like, some good, like, I don't know, like bread or something like that? Could really go for, like, a fresh loaf in the morning.
She's going to say the North Flower, right up the road, isn't half bad. If you don't want to deal with Lassie, then the Brass Knight is right along the same road.
Oh, is Lassie the owner of the North Flower?
She's going to shake her head and say, daughter running it, while her mom and dad are out east.
Hmm. What's up? Is she just, like, big personality? Kind of like. Because he said if I didn't want to deal with her.
She's going to thin her expression and then take a sip from her wine glass. She kind of like gives a wide, like almost sarcastic smile and a slight tilt of her head. Raises her eyebrows and then is gonna set her drink back down. You can roll me insight, or I'll give Ivana the benefit of gossip in this region of if you want to roll a history check.
Definitely not history. I'll go insight. Yeah,
Any guidance
history.
now?
Oh, thank you. Okay, let me see. Um, where is it? Insight. 10 plus
4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4.
4. 11.
Yeah. Um, I would say you've definitely beat her snark roll. I don't know if you'd wholly be able to get all the information of what she's communicating. There is probably local gossip here that isn't substantiated, that I don't know, she like rolls her eyes in the way that's like, you know, and Ivana very well might not know.
I'm gonna say, well, I don't know. It's so nice here. Are there any just like, I mean, maybe I should avoid the North Flower, but are there any other like odd characters in such around here? Like places I should, or people, or places I should avoid, maybe.
She's going to say, if you take any of the roads south out of the city, make sure to get Lady DeHill's, or she's not a noble at this point. It's gonna say, make sure to get Miss DeHill's blessing. You can find her oftentimes poking around the center of town outside the Nakehart Manor.
Get her blessing to what? To like leave?
She's gonna nod and say, her friends never seem to have as much trouble as everyone else.
Okay. Thank you for the advice. Yeah, so I don't know, am I gonna
Yeah.
I've heard
Oh, go ahead.
I've heard of, and then I'm gonna take a risk by describing the man that we're looking for and be like, I've heard about this person. I don't know. I just want to know if you knew anything about him. I don't know much. I'm just trying to get a feel for something heard through the grapevine.
She's going to say, yeah, there's a reason him and Mr. Hill and Lassie all run in the same circle. Again, she raises her eyebrows.
I'm gonna raise back like I understand what she's saying. Gonna mirror her look. I never got his name. What is it?
Does she know it? I don't think she knows his name. But she'll speak up and say, I know a merchant in town who dealt with him. He called in an oath on the Rendell family name. Don't know if he's soul sworn or one of them. But nobody's heard from them for a long time. Anyways, my friend had to tell the Council of Oaths to see if that oath was able to be verified.
Okay.
It speaks of bad news for a family in hard times when they have to depend on oaths to pay for things.
Hmm. So the Rendell family hasn't been heard of in a while?
She's going to not. You know what? How much gossip does she know? She'll just keep rolling these history checks, and as long as she's rolling 18s, she's not. She'll say, yeah, I haven't heard of them since I was a little girl. Last I heard, they went north. That was years ago.
All right. Where did they used to live around here?
They have a place, or they had a place over in Two Gardens. As far as I know, it's been sold and sold and sold and sold. So whoever lives there now is in it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, and I hope you can find a new date to that ball. Is that what you said it was?
She nods. And she's gonna say, reminded me of that.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Yeah, well, nice to meet you. I maybe should go serve some other customers now. I don't want to take up too much of your time. And then I'm gonna slide her like a couple silver as like a tip.
Okay. Yeah, as you do, she's going to say, hey, if you go poking around the Brass Knight, or if you go poking around the Brass Knight or the North Flower, put in a good word for the Woolgrave Tavern. I put in a good word for them.
All right. I will be sure to do that.
All right. What do you want to do from here, Ivana?
Quick question. Can you spell wall grief for me?
Yeah, no problem. I'll put it in roll 20.
Okay, thank you. I was thinking like wall, like WAL. All right, that makes more sense.
Be so much cooler. Hold on, we'll call.
I was thinking like an off-brand Wahlburgers.
Here we go. That's the new. That's the new tavern. I get.
All right, well, I was trying. I think I'd turn to the other two and be like, I was trying not to be suspicious. Do you think that was good? I don't know. I'm trying to reconnaissance. Usually I just get information and I deal with it. I've never really had to sleuth around before.
It seemed fine.
Yeah, I wanted a little bit more, but I think we should look into this Miss DeHill. Apparently she has a lot of sway around here.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and then... okay. I still want to stake out the... We don't even know... So the guy that we're looking for is clearly present. Like, because she knew about him, but... I think... Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else you guys wanted to do down here?
Not really.
Okay. I got kind of all the information I wanted, so we can head back up if we want.
Okay. So, your night is going to pass, um, pretty uneventfully.
Wait, could I, like, by any chance, steal something?
Yeah, what are you trying to
Just,
steal?
just for tradition's sake, because every single session, I don't even know, just something
Okay,
worth gold.
let me think.
Oh yeah, wait.
You
If
know
the
what?
night passes, is it also like every? Is it like a long list too? So, then-
Is it a long rest?
yeah, if the night passes.
Yes. Um,
Okay, so I'll burn in. Let me see. Do I have invisibility? Yes, I do.
give me a fortune check for Anthem.
Wait. How do we do this again?
Uh, /R space 1d100. Hey, 69.
Nope, not
Um,
in the range. It's 40.
yeah, no, that's fine though.
Okay.
As you are going through and you are looking for something of valuable, um, a lot of people here are all in these communal spaces sharing together. There's one person kind of skulking off, and they have, like, they're looking over their shoulder every couple minutes, and they're hunched over this book that they're like furiously writing in stuff, and they look over their shoulder. um, and you can watch them for a few minutes. Finally, when they get up for a moment to talk to somebody who's like passing by, you can snag the book uh, and make off like a bandit. Um, as you uh, skulk off, and look at what you've just taken. It is one of those journals of the Four Ascended, of people sharing their travels and adventures. Um, these are oftentimes, Arter Sarai is a very glory hungry nation. These times are often very embellished. You can see this person was editing and scratching out parts of the story of whoever wrote this journal, saying, no, it didn't happen like that. I was there. Actually, this lady and her party helped take down the monster, and this person only sat back and just like very doing something almost sacrilegious. That said, I don't know who this book is of value to, but maybe someone.
Alright.
The rest of the night is going to pass kind of uneventfully. How are we dividing up the rooms? We've got 6 people and 2 rooms. So Avalon and Anthem in one room, I know. And Loridus and Billy in another room. And so Ivana and Sable, which one of you want to go with Avalon and Anthem? Which one of you want to go with Lourdes and Billy?
I'll
I
go
think-
with Billy.
Okay, I'll go with the other 2 then. I'll
Boom.
just like sleep in a chair or something.
All right, Sable, as you are waking up and everybody is getting up and talking, Billy still seems pretty detached from her talk with her ex yesterday, and Lourdes is talking to her.
It was yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday
Wow.
morning. Lourdes is talking to her, and is going to say, everything was fine last night, ma'am. Except somebody tried to scry on me but your father instructs us always to break those, so it didn't succeed. Billy's just going to kind of like dejectedly nod. Probably something her family gets a lot. Otherwise, everybody can regroup in the hallway if you want, or in each other's rooms. It is bright and early on the 17th of Servant, or 17th of Father. What would you all like to do?
What time would you say it is? Like 7-ish?
Yeah, if you want to get up bright and early and try and even beat the daylight,
Definitely.
you can be up at like 6.
Perfect. That's exactly what I want to do.
Okay.
I want to get up at and just like I just want to go into the North Flower, like right as is opening.
All right. You can head to the North Flower. I would say they're getting everything ready for like their morning bake session. You're probably coming here right as they're putting things in the oven. And so if you step in the door, I would say like all of these scents of like cinnamon and wilter and ginger and all of these different spices that have been used for the goods for the day are just kind of still strong in the air. And you can see some of the stone ovens being fired up. And there's probably a small little place here for some of the regulars to sit down and chat with each other as they eat. And I would say they probably even have space outside for this. You are probably the only person here. I would say, like, if it's your main goal, you wake up early, do you don your armor?
I think yes, I will for this.
Okay, yeah.
Because I'm in a more precarious situation. Yeah, I think I will. I'm just gonna walk in and be like, "Good morning."
Yeah, there'll be a lady in the back by these stone ovens, and she'll tell some of the people working with her, just get the rest of the sheets in there. Hello, welcome to the North Flower.
Hi, I'm just looking to get some morning goods.
Oh, you're a little bit too early. Do you have 20 minutes to wait?
I mean, yeah, I'll just hang out. I'm not really in too much of a rush yet.
She's gonna pause for a minute and say, "Wait, did I see you last night?"
Oh, yeah, I just, I know I look like I'm on duty right now. I'm not. I'm really just, in town I got a couple days off, wanted to come check it out, and I heard your bakery was good, so I just wanted to stop by, see where it was, and come back in the morning to get some fresh stuff.
She's, gonna nod and say, "Oh, well, we made donations to the, knight who was here last night. She distributes it out to some of the less fortunate in town. If you would have stopped in, we could have gave you some then. There's plenty to go around."
I didn't want to bother you guys. It seemed too late, and I don't know. I love some fresh baked goods though. I'm always up early anyways.
Give me a deception check.
Okay. 14. I'm not technically lying. Just omitting some things.
Unfortunately, as a result of my presence in Ilderon, you have to make deception checks even for technical, not lies. If
did
the
lie about
intent
being
to
off
manipulate
duty.
is there.
Can I just say for a second to chat, and whoever watches this in the future, totally forgot Insomni was listening, and she just started talking, and I was just thinking, like, which player's voice is that? Who is that? Man, they sound hot, whoever they are. And then I remembered, my wife! Hi, love. I forgot you were here. Okay,
I'm always
anyways,
here.
Brain is back on track. Oh, she's, going to say, I think there's, like, this brief moment of, like, where her eyes narrow and almost, like, a little trickle of sweat, maybe for, Ivana. And she's, gonna say, liars have a particular smell to them, but maybe that's why you smell like a fresh field of flowers.
And what do liars smell like?
Fear.
Well, genuinely, I just wanted some bread. I'm not even lying. Yeah, I didn't just... Can I say I picked up one of those... Could I have taken one of those books from, like, the Wolf off the shelf and just, like, taken it in here?
Yeah.
I was like, I can just read in the corner till you're ready.
Okay. Yeah, if you just want to wait, 20 minutes, she'll nod and go back and get you something.
Also, I think I'm gonna say, by the way, my name's Ivana. What's your name?
Lassie.
Oh, nice to meet you.
She'll, nod and say, Lassie Saria. And it's nice to meet you, too.
Yeah, I think I'll just go, like, sit in the corner and read a book.
Yeah, I think there's, like, some of that, like, stuff that happens when you go to a small business and you're, like, one of the only people in there, where the professionalism is definitely, like, toned way down, and it's hard to just be, like, a customer in her presence. Like, as you sit and read your book, she'll go in the back, come out for a moment, and kind of make a couple comments to you of, like, oh, hey, you know, talking a little bit about the business or what's going on, and pretty hard to, like, dig through any meaningful reading. But I would say I will give Ivana some extra information of, like, as she talks about, you know, just makes some comments and critiques. You can tell that she was generally a little suspicious to talk to you. And this is, like, one of those people that kind of, like, looks out for their own and, like, protects their own. And, you know, your presence as a unrepentant is always just a little bit scary to those types of people.
Okay.
That said, 20 minutes will pass. Give me one perception check for Ivana.
Alright. Perception. 15.
Ivana, you are going to be sitting, and reading your own book, just minding, your own business, responding to this, shopkeeper ever so often, and you just get this presence you just get this feeling that, like, somebody is watching you, and even, like, when the shopkeeper is out of the shop, or is, like, in the back, you still kind of have that presence, that feeling. You look up and around, and looking out of the window, you can see a woman in a red and blue dress is watching you. it does not seem like the morning elements at all are a bother to her as she looks in from outside the window, standing on the street towards you. Once the two of you make eye contact, she's going to turn and leave and continue down the street.
I think I'm just gonna quickly yell, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I will be right back to get some bread, I promise." And then try to follow the person who was just staring at me.
Okay. I don't know if this shared to everyone. Hold on, let me try this. Let me try sharing this one more time. Did that show up for you?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. You can follow her down the street.
I'm just gonna say, hey. Can we talk for a second?
She's going to turn to you, look you up and down, and say, "I'll give you 30."
Okay. Any reason you're just staring at me for like 10 minutes? I'm not trying to cause anything.
She's going to shrug and say, "It seems like every different hour somebody important and critical drops dead inside the capital, and it's strange to see an unrepentant leisurely eating and reading in a bakery while just to the north the capital's just minutes away from flames." She
Well,
shrugs,
I can't
and
quite-
she's gonna turn and walk, continuing down the
Well,
street.
I am sorry. I got leave after working for 3 years straight. I finally have some time off. I apologize for that.
You follow her?
I know, I think I just yelled that at her and then walk back to the bakery.
Okay.
Put enough, like, snark in my voice and be like, well, fuck you, lady. I'm have my time off.
Fuck you!
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just gonna walk back into the bakery and be like, that was so weird. Someone was just staring at me. For like 10 minutes.
Does Lassie know who that is? And she's going to speak up and well, you know what? I think she probably saw the interaction when you went down the street. And it's going to speak up and say, "Oh, that's Miss Laney. She's she likes her privacy. Probably spooked her."
Okay. Alright, well, I just wanted to see if I had done anything wrong. Just went out to ask her that. Is the bread ready yet?
She'll bring you the first batch fresh out of the oven. She'll package it in a bag for you, wrap some up, and she'll say, "Oh, don't worry about it if she doesn't get some of the first batch. She'll send her bodyguard by later."
Her bodyguard? Does everyone here have a bodyguard?
She's going to say it's not uncommon. Somar Villa might be a place of rich nobles, but that attracts its own ill intention from those who seek to profit off of them.
I guess. Well, also, sorry if this is like rubbing salt in a wound or something, but I stayed at the what was it called? I wrote it down.
Wolgrave?
Yeah, I stayed at the Old Grief last night, and I was what was the bartender's name again?
Sha'ol?
Uh, oh. And I was talking to the bartender, Shaul. Do you know her or anything? It seemed like I walked by earlier and I asked about this bakery. I just want to know more about it, and she mentioned you.
She's going to nod and say, I know Shaul. She's always trying to move up in town.
Mm, that makes sense. She asked me to put in a good word for her.
She
Anywhere I went,
enjoys her
honestly.
gossip between the nobility, or amongst the nobility that lives here. A lot of us in the stair on this north side of town, we're only passing figures in and out of their lives. She's trying to become a more permanent fixture.
Okay. And she also mentioned a Miss Dahill. She told me to get her blessing if I wanted to go anywhere. Would you happen to know where I can find her?
That's absurd. Why would you need Miss DeHill's blessing?
I don't know. I'm just telling you what I was told.
She lives in a town just south of Somar Villa, a tiny village called Milmar. But outsiders aren't welcome.
Milmar?
Milmar.
Milmar. Okay.
Outsiders aren't welcome there.
Why?
You ask a lot of questions.
I'm genuinely curious. I've really never been outside of Artisarai. If you can't tell by looking at me, I haven't really been here for that long.
What did Shaul tell you about Mr. Hill?
Just to get her blessing to leave. Like, and that people who have our blessing tend to have less trouble around here. That's it.
Roll me a persuasion check. And if you
Okay.
want to say anything with this, I will alter the DC. But I think you're at like a DC 18 right now.
Okay, for convincing her to give me this information.
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. I wasn't ever really planning on going there. I'm just curious. Persuasion?
Yeah. I'll move it. Oh, I was going to say
That was
I'll
a
move
nat
it to
one.
16, but yeah. At that, I think he's
That's my best skill. You're kidding.
I think
Oh wait, can I take some misfortune and re-roll that?
Yeah, go for it.
What is add 20?
Yeah. It's 30 and then just you can roll with advantage.
Okay. Oh, not 300. Okay. So just roll again.
Yeah, roll one more time.
10. Better than an at one. I'll take it.
Yeah, I think there's still some like difficulty to this, and she's going to say, if you get off of the trade roads and you start navigating the different trails and paths that the locals use, it's dangerous. So stay on the trade roads, and you don't have to worry about Mr. Hill or anyone.
Alright, well, thank you. I'm sure this bread's gonna be delicious. And then I think I'm gonna head back to the inn. I'll say, I'll be sure to stop by another time.
She will nod, and I think like her smile is like half bend. um, where it's like it's a very businessy smile. That said, you can head back to Woolgreaf with your bread in tow. And the rest of the party can meet back up.
Like, guys, I got some bread. I haven't tried it yet.
Avalon will be up and awake at this time, and she'll look at Anthem and say, Nolly, can you handle any of the discussions you all were going to do in town today? Or rather help look out for this guy Elena's working with. Sooner we find him and kill him, hopefully the sooner we put that all to an end.
Of course I can handle it.
I didn't catch that, I'm so sorry.
So of course I can handle it.
At that, Avalon's going to look at Ivana and say, so when are you going to stop goofing off and we go stake out this place?
Well, if you must know, I went there this morning to try to get some more information. I don't know how successful I was, but I think we should definitely go now. I just think that I don't know if I should be seen there, because she's already very suspicious of me.
Avalon will roll a history check and say, you probably don't know the rumors and you set them off, didn't you?
No, yeah, probably.
I think Avalon has information she wants to give you. But it's difficult, so I think she's going to step forward, arms crossed, and lean in like whisper to Ivana and say, I heard one of Dad's meetings. Information from the Nakarts and the various soul sworns that work for them. Nothing substantiated, but it's believed there's a whole ass village of werewolves just around here.
And
the
rumor Lassie might be one.
Nakarts are trying to figure out a way to deal with it that doesn't lose support from their base for genociding a whole town.
I think I know the name of this town.
She's going to shrug and say, but Soulsworn and different families with different grudges with each other aren't much to go off of, especially when discussing and considering something of this magnitude.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you take a lover on the south side of town, just hope you're not into biting.
Okay. Yeah, I think we should definitely go to that stakeout and try to find this guy. Again, I don't think she wants to see me again. So is there... I don't know. and I couldn't. Yesterday. I tried to look for a good vantage place to maybe be like looking down on the bakery, but I couldn't really find anything. So we should probably discuss how this is gonna work. Like, where are we gonna go, and stuff like that, or like where should we go? Because I don't think we can just sit outside anymore. She knows my face.
Avalon is going to say, maybe we can pay a local to keep eyes for us.
Or we could pay one to be in their house for a couple hours.
She'll shrug and say, either or. I'm just here to get this over with.
I think I'd rather
mashes gauntlet
do it
to
ourselves. I think we should pump the brakes a little bit. And I think we should. I don't know how much I trust. No matter the amount of money we give them, they don't want to be snitches. You know? No one wants that. So I think we should maybe just ask someone to, or see that this is across the street and see if we can, I don't know, get in there, try to figure out who owns these places. And then stake out from inside. And try to find this guy.
Avalon is going to shrug and say, fine, we'll do it your way.
I don't think going in guns blazes is a great idea. Or swords flashing. At least not at the moment. I think we just need some information right now. Like, what's this guy's name?
Okay. If the two of you want to head over and find a place,
Can we try to stay out of the view of, like, the window?
Yeah.
So Lassie doesn't see me again.
Okay. Alexa, turn on Shadow Shield.
Okay.
Alright. You can head back to Walgrave. Does anyone want to do anything else before I handle this?
Not that I can think of right now.
Okay.
So.
You can leave Walgrave and head back over to the North Flower. I would say you can probably find places like down the street, just watching people come in and out of this place. Go ahead and give me like some sort of stealth check if you're trying to be inconspicuous to any discerning patrons that might want privacy.
18. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's a nat one. I'm lying. I forgot.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll roll one for Avalon too. She.
We're probably not the stealthiest people.
Yeah, she beat you. She rolled a 2.
Great. We're not.
I would say you both can get positioned down the street, and you have a good vantage point to the main entrance of the shop, and you can see people coming in or out. And I would say that this like street slopes down just a little bit, so you have even like a little bit of height. Let's see.
Okay.
There's something.
Can I?
Oh, go ahead.
If I think that, like, someone is, if I feel like I'm gonna tell Avalon this ahead of time, just so she's aware. If I feel like if I ever get the feeling that like someone's watching me or that like Lassie has spotted me, can I like prepare a reaction to Misty Step onto the roof of the nearest building?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So what I will do for you is I think your stealth checks are both so absolutely
Bad.
abysmal that you are going to, before, like, if you get that chance where it's like you notice somebody, or you notice somebody has like noticed you and you're misty stepping away, it's going to be a lot like that moment in the tavern where you were being watched. And you know, by the time you're like, what's that? And, like, the person moves away or so. Or not in the tavern,
Yeah.
the moment last night. So they
Mhm.
will still probably get like a sight of you or something.
That's fine as long as they don't know where I went.
Okay. And I would say as you two are staked out here on the street, you're standing, talking, waiting,
I'm
maybe
gonna tap her shoulder, be like, "Hey, if I just disappear randomly, don't be alarmed."
maybe about 45 minutes go by before the exact person you're looking for comes stalking up the street, towering over everyone. Just tall man, big build, or wide, like, shouldered build, white hair, disgruntled look on his face. Just everything that Fractus told you in the shop about this guy, you are able to like pin of like, yep. Um,
Mhm.
and
I do an insight check on him, just to kind of see like what he's like. I don't know, maybe like feeling at them, or like what his like face gives away about him at the moment.
I will say yes, but I think to study him, you need more time watching him, and he has noticed
Okay.
you, so there is that moment. If you want to stare in this standoff, you can. Otherwise, if you want to stare in the standoff, you can roll that insight check. If you don't, then you can teleport away.
Hmm.
And I think Avalon would like perk up and say, "Shit, that's him."
Him.
Um,
Um.
let me know, Misty.
I think
what you
I'm
do.
gonna. I think I'm gonna. I personally want. I don't want to start a fight right now, so I think I'm gonna teleport away. But can I? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna teleport. Like you said, the roofs were slanted to like the other side of the roof,
Okay.
behind like a chimney or something. So I'm like, I'll do like a dexterity save and throw or something, but just to get like away.
All right. Um, you can Misty step away. As you do, Avalon is going to say, "Shit!" Just eyes over, like hands over her eyes, looking down. So, Misty, as Ivana is on the other side of, um, this roof, let's go with this. Uh,
Oh God.
Avalon is still down on the ground. Um, you don't exactly hear what's happening. There is the sound of shuffling plate mail, a crash. Oof. And then you hear the sound of steel and metal being drawn.
Okay, I think I'm gonna come out from. Can I like look down and see what's and if they're fighting? I'm gonna be like, ah, fuck, and then gonna maybe try to slide off this roof onto the ground.
But before you do, I think there is a moment of pause, fear, and like taking in, as you step to the other side of the roof, you can see Avalon has turned to run.
Okay.
In maybe this guy clearing about 100 feet in just a few seconds, outpacing her. He has chased her down. She has tumbled across the side of the street, like busting through, like you can see broken market stalls. He is on top of her with a single, like one hand holding her down, another hand reared back, that he's like about to thrust forward. Avalon has her sword out, and she is a paladin, and I don't think she's ever talked to you about her faith or who she's serves, but her power has always been more vengeful towards those who deserve it. And I would say, like, as she's pulled out her sword and is holding this man's like hand back, that there is just this natural radiant energy that she infuses into all of her attacks. What you're a paladin and what you would expect of your own ability in this situation, you see that it is not as potent right now with Avalon. It's almost like it's being siphoned off of her sword and into this guy's hand. What do you want to do?
Anyway, I can like jump from like it'd probably be okay. I want to get over there in the quickest way possible. What does the route look like to me?
If you give me an acrobatics check, I would say you can kind of Aladdin your way through this, from the,
anyway, that can be
down to the
athletics?
street. Yeah, I'll allow it as athletics, like run,
Okay.
jump onto a pole, slide down, tarp down.
15.
Yeah, you can, start, grabbing your way. You'll probably, like, break through some stalls because your armor's just, like, so heavy, but that stuff...
I think if I break a
essentially-
stall, I'm gonna throw a gold coin at them and be like, sorry! Throw a gold coin at them and then run away.
Okay. So I will roll for these two. Avalon, as you come running forward, Avalon is going to say, "Stay back!"
Okay.
This man's attention is quickly split between the two of you. I think he is going to stop for a moment, still hand holding down Avalon's sword as she is trying to like cut into him. It is not piercing his skin or anything. He's going to look down to her, whisper something, and stand up and let her and her sword go. There is a long moment where he looks at Ivana. Avalon seems shaken in terror on the floor, and he is going to walk down the street past you.
I think I'm gonna rush over to Avalon and try like a medicine check to see if I can see like, or maybe just to kind of like check her out, see what like her wounds are and stuff.
Yeah, go ahead and give me one.
Okay. 5. Fantastic. Okay.
Avalon is saying to herself, fuck, no. Those aren't supposed to exist.
What? What's not supposed to exist? Did he have... What did he have?
Avalon will roll a history check and say, That man bears a curse made specifically to kill people like you and me. We can't fight him.
To kill paladins?
He eats divine energy. There's no way. They're all dead. They're all supposed to be dead.
When?
She's gonna say, fuck if I know, like 500 years ago. 1,000?
Okay. Let's not yell in the busy street. Let's head. It doesn't seem like we should definitely keep a low profile now. It does not seem like he's gonna come back. Let's run while we can.
He said, run back to your little keeps. I gotta get Anthem out of here.
I think we should go. Let's go. And I think we just run.
Is going to look at like her own hands, like the holy energy literally just pulled out of her body, and it's like just that moment being without and being afraid and being alone. And I think like there's some, she'll finally like still herself and it's like, yeah, run, and get up from the wreckage.
Alright, that happened. Okay, well, at least we know more about him now.
She's gonna say, oh, what were their names? They were, Demon Eaters? No. Avalon visibly, like, struggles to recall information about this ancient monster. You can roll me a history check if you so desire.
18. Why am I rolling so good on the skills I suck at?
Hey! Yeah, I mean, they probably teach this in Unrepentant class on just kind of how and why your doctrine
I'm not complaining,
was
I should probably know this guy's name, but...
This guy is a monster in Ilderon called a Deathen. They don't exist anymore. Fortunately, lots and lots of different holy orders and people came together to kill all of these monsters before. Much how lycanthropy is a curse by the gods, this is the result of some very powerful demons interfering and taking and modifying that curse to the nth level. And at a critical point in Ilderon's history, where Ilderon's planar fabric was available for demons to flood in, they made a ton of these things, essentially to kill all of the people who could, who were most effective against demons. It took a couple hundred years to get all of them and kill all of these, but the death and curse is not something anybody's heard about for maybe like 1,400 years. And I would
Wait, what was it called again? I think you cut out for me a bit.
Oh,
what was it called?
The Death and Curse.
Death and Curse. Okay.
Yeah. Is Misty trained in Old Tongue? Or, I'm sorry, is Ivana trained in Old Tongue?
I'd be shocked. No.
Okay. Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's
No.
one of those ancient old words, and probably just, day 150 of like unrepentant training of like, there were times when, we had to abandon Umiya's, or when people, went against the different types of teachings Umiya would have that were critical in history of like, we had to hunt these things, unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever. But yeah, that's the only thing
So
that
the
matches.
man was a curse?
Yeah, Avalon has told
Okay.
you he is a monster that eats divinity. You saw it with your own eyes. He was siphoning it off of her sword.
Okay. I think with that, I'll just relay all of the information to everyone else about this.
Okay, back at the tavern.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be like, I need to tell my Chantry about this. I have to. I can't not.
Yeah. Have I heard of Deathens before?
Yeah. If so, I'll give you for free all of the information in the same tier of like check Misty got. If you want to roll
Okay.
your own separate history check, I will give you additional information on the silver sigils side of what they knew.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you're free to say that you have heard about them, you have read about this event in history.
Okay. I also know Old Tongue, by the way. Don't know if that's helpful.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you are going to be aware of the word specifically deathen is 2
Mhm.
old tongue concepts. Death is a hunter or a seeker of needs. And the suffix in denotes dying death. So these would specifically be hunters of people who kill things. The
Okay.
hunters that hunt hunters, essentially.
Okay. I will also bring that up
Okay. With
if it
the
feels important.
11, I'm not going to give you a ton of extra info.
Yeah.
I would say that you are aware that a whole era of Ilderon's history was devoted to these things, and I can get you that real quick. In the Waking era, these were the Guided Wars from the Death and Swarm. So yeah, I would say you can accurately place that these things were a problem 1,430 years ago. And it was one of the first big times of the different races of Ilderon coming together to get rid of all of these things.
Okay.
Phoenix, is that a history check for Anthem on the same subject?
Yes.
I wonder if I have any more extra info to give you. I think with that, Anthem, you've probably read about these for fun in some of maybe the old family you're from, before you got to Ardor Sarai and some of their tomes and knowledge on the subject. I'll say that generally loosely the idea of fighting these things is don't. They are city killers, essentially. You let one loose in a urban area, and the more you fight it, the more damage and the more destructive and powerful it becomes. They eat radiant energy and unleash that tenfold as necrotic. So essentially, if you send a bunch of clerics and paladins out of this, at this thing, you might divine smite it for 68 of damage. It will bite you back for like 15 d6 of damage and then be empowered. In terms of handling these things, I would say that is a 19. So I guess I would say that you would know of some people who did successfully beat these things, and they used like powerful artifacts to do it. Artifacts steeped and flooded with like either demonic nature or arcane nature, just things that these demonic werewolves couldn't keep consuming and turning back on the people attacking them. Arcane, I would say you would know arcane magic is much safer against these things too, but it wasn't as well studied back then. But yeah, I think that's all the information I'm going to give you on a 19.
Okay, well, so this is an issue. Where should we go from here?
I think Avalon's like visibly shaken at this, and she's still kind of like terrified. And I think she's gonna say, "Home."
Well, where did we tell Amaru to meet us? After her crimes.
I mean, if she's on her way here, we can catch her on the road, or find a sending. My dad would probably let us stay in Bika Hold for a few weeks.
Few weeks? Do we have that time?
I think Avalon's gonna say, "Look, I kill stuff. I kill bad stuff. That's bad stuff that kills people who kill bad stuff. That's me."
That's also me.
Why in the bridge are they even using assassins when they have one of those things hanging around?
These assassins, what's her name? Elena, right?
Yes.
Elena might have some different end goal than, because if they wanted to kill people like us, they could just use him, and they don't. So she must have a different reason or a different goal than some of the other forces at play here. That must not be what his objective is. His objective is something else. And currently that's getting food at a bakery. Who knows?
Avalon is going to speak up and say he looked annoyed as he was walking there.
He did. Maybe he somehow got in debt to Elena and can't get out of it for whatever reason and just has to do what she says all the time. Because I feel like he probably, maybe, I don't know, because he could have easily killed us. Why didn't he?
So you don't think he's calling the shots?
I don't think he is. I think if it was his goal to do something, he would have. And currently, he's just buying bread or baked goods.
I think at that, Avalon is going to like calm just a little bit and like run her hand through her hair and say, like over her face and through her hair and say, okay, so I thought we solved this if we just kill him, but that doesn't, which is good because it's a really fucking hard task to do.
Yeah.
But it
I
does
think
mean that now, somehow, we have to find Elena and learn what she's up to. There's no shortcuts to this.
no. Should we keep this information secret? He hasn't done anything. I mean, well, he attacked us, but we were also looking out for him. He probably would have just left us alone if we weren't really bad at stealthing around. Do we tell people about this?
I think Loridus is there too. I don't know. I feel like from her perspective, she'd speak up and say, you know, something damning about them. I think it's a bargaining chip, the information. If you tell anyone, you'll have every holy order from the Four Ascended to the Spoken Wills to Darenthal. Sending detachments here to Artersarai to try and kill him. Which isn't a bad thing, but probably not something they want either.
No. I think we should keep this. He hasn't done anything yet. Right? So, can we punish him for I mean, we know he has ties with Elena, but we don't know what Elena wants or what she's doing.
Worth mentioning, you did learn about him as the one who's been hiring assassins.
Why doesn't he just kill them himself? Maybe he can't. I don't know. This guy's a walking contradiction.
Mm.
Should we head back to the city? Try to find Amara on the way?
Yeah.
I don't really see what other business we have in here.
A lot of it doesn't piece together right now.
And then there's something with werewolves in the south. I don't know. There's a lot going on around here, but nothing for us to really. I feel like we don't have enough information yet to do anything down here.
Yeah, maybe Morrow has something for us, at least.
Maybe something interesting happened. Oh, with her. Maybe, who knows? Maybe she just sold some drugs. I hope it wasn't anything too bad. Maybe she had a boring night. I can only hope.
Mm-hmm.
So is the idea to pack it up and turn around?
I think so.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
And so the goal of talking to Lethalia Nakart while you're in town is going to be
Ooh.
abandoned?
Forgot about that one. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, isn't the Nakart ball at the end of the
Week.
wasn't it?
Yes, it is on 9th day.
I mean, there's
Okay.
every time to speak
I mean,
to her, it'd be then.
we could always come back, though. We don't necessarily need to be here
That's true.
for a whole week. I don't know. Should we stay or should we go?
Should we stay? Should we go?
Mm-hmm.
I know, I was just thinking that.
Right?
Should I stay or should I go now? I don't know.
I think we should find Amara, then come back.
Okay.
Regroup.
Regroup with her.
Yeah.
And then maybe find some. I know, we can. Yeah, I agree. Also, Avalon, I understand if you want to go to your father's keep as well. Do you want to stay with us? Or do you want to head back to the city?
Avalon's going to look at Anthem. Say, what are you doing, Nolly? I'm at your side.
We're
Oh,
just
sorry.
going to figure it out. Step by step, I guess.
Step by step. She'll, exhale and nod and say, I'm with you all, even if it costs my head. Maybe I can take his with me.
That would be ideal.
No, it wouldn't.
Oh, well, him dying, not you.
She'll nod. Alright, so you all can pack up and, head back towards the, city. I would say as you are getting your, as you're, getting on your horses, mounted and ready, Ivana, you are going to get a sending.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh no.
You're going to get a sending, and I need to read just one part of sending because I think there's. Okay. So you're going to get a sending, and it says, I hate your order, but
Fantastic.
once your hounds get a scent, they seldom drop it. Let's meet and be friends at the Cold Green.
Can I tell who it was from?
You do. You know who the sender is. From the magic of sending, you hear the voice of the woman you talked to earlier. All of the aliases that you know connect in your mind. You know her as Lainey. You also know her as Elena Ladelia.
Okay. The same Elena?
The only Elena Ladelia you know.
Okay.
Emmy, I think you broke her.
Guys, Elena just told me to meet her. Where did she tell me to meet her?
The Cold Green.
Okay. Did it say when?
No, she did not.
Would I know where the Cold Green is?
Yeah, it's a huge cemetery in town that the
Oh, great. It's a cemetery.
and other families have started using it.
The spell
Okay.
sending implies that you are familiar with the creature, that you've met them before.
I saw her this morning. She was staring at me through a window when I went to the bakery this morning. I didn't know who she was. I didn't know that was. I was told her name was Lainey, but nothing else. That's when I met her. I'm
You
guessing
do
she
have the
means
oppor-
now.
You feel yourself, I would say, um, enchanted with magic. You do have the opportunity to
Mm-hmm.
reply to ascending up to
Okay.
25 words.
25
That
words.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say like 25 words. I'd give you like 6 to 10 seconds. Like normally it's 6 seconds, but arranging your thoughts as long as you're not trying to give her a novel, I'm okay
Okay.
with that.
I
But
think
I would
what-
say that you feel that magic like attached to you if you do want to.
Okay. What time is it right now?
So you all have been moving pretty early. I would say probably by now, like just before midday.
Okay. I mean, it only feels right to meet at a cemetery at night. I think I'm gonna send her a message back just saying I'll be there at I'll be there at 8. And that's all it says.
Elena's got plenty of magic to spare. I
Great.
think you get a string of like expletives. No, she's much more refined than that. I would say you get a reply back. Your brain must be drowning in your god's water. Hurry up, I'm not gonna wait till 8. I'll be gone by then.
Oh, then I'll send Ryan back. All right, Jesus Christ. That doesn't exist. All right. Fine. Oh my God. Oh, yeah, I can say that one. Oh my God. Fine. I'll head over there now. That's what I sent back.
Okay.
I'll head over there now. And then be like, I think I have to meet her now. I mean, she didn't. Oh wait, can I add on to that? Alone? Question mark.
She's not spending a third level spell slot on you.
Fine. Okay.
Somewhere in the universe, you hear her shout, "Figure it out! Help, help."
Okay.
You know what?
Well.
You know what? No, I will roll her a percentage die. So sending is you hear somebody's voice. You didn't know it was possible to hear your inner like monologue shout at you as you hear Elena's voice like echo through your head. Yes, alone.
That's what I thought.
That's your reply? That's what I thought?
Yes. Yep.
Well, you can't
Okay.
go alone. That's really unsafe. It's a trap.
I know. Obviously it's a trap, but I don't know, maybe she's gonna I feel like last time we tried to sneak someone along alone, Anthem ended up getting kidnapped and taken to the top of a mountain. So maybe I really should go alone.
I mean, it was consensual. It's kidnapping, so.
I feel like it would have happened even if you said no. I really think I don't know. I feel like I have to go alone. I can handle myself-ish.
Avalon's going to exhale and say, I trust you to fight an Arcanist. Even an uppity one at that, but if that thing is there...
I know.
Lourdes is going to gesture at the fog and say, I could station and try and help you, but this fog's so thick I wouldn't be able to get a clear shot from any sort of distance.
That's fine. I think I think I'm gonna go alone. I don't want to put anyone else at risk. And she contacted me. She must not want to kill me, or else there's way better ways to do that.
We could be close by just in case
Yeah,
it goes
Just-
bad.
that might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we head out?
Well, can't keep
Um,
her waiting.
You're going to Cold Green?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also have to be the person has to go in a couple minutes too. Just a heads up.
Okay. Can you give me 15? Is that
Yeah, I can give you 15.
cool? So, you can head to Cold Green as you make your way through the town. This is the Nakehart's personal cemetery that has such been expanded. That fog is rolling all across town, and I would say most of this is covered. You can walk past various resting places. A lot of these are of noble families who have way more money than they'll ever need, and each of these people doesn't just have a grave. They have statues, monuments, mausoleums. Some families have bought entire crypts in this ground that their families get buried in together. Making your way through this fog, you're just kind of wandering until you catch a scent of the bread you find familiar. Just that
Oh, God.
cinnamon and that wilter like leading you forward. And I would say you come across Elena waiting within one of these mausoleums.
Can I do an insight check on her?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Insight. 21.
Okay. What details are you trying to figure out?
Just by looking at her, just her more like her mood, like how's she feeling right now?
I would say a little bit stressed, a little bit frazzled. Oh, and you are also going to notice she has bandages all over her arm.
Hey,
And yeah, I would say probably stress. Like this lady probably hasn't had a lick of sleep in the last, I don't know, 2 months. I would say it's probably in the way that a coffee scientist or coffee genius like works, of just like not panic but more so manic, but not like that positive bursting manic energy. And I would say as you step into the mausoleum, she's going to say, let's get this over. When the unrepentant get the scent of somebody, they never stop chasing them until either half the order is dead or they chase that person to the other end of the continent.
I just want to say I wasn't currently planning on saying anything about the deathin that you
Good.
have.
They're
What
about
happened to you?
She's going to look down at her arm and say, what? Oh, this? Purple worm in the countryside. I wanted to add it to my collection. I caught and tamed it.
Can I insight to see if she's telling the truth?
Yeah, go for it.
19.
Ivana, I would say this is probably the most what the fuck moment of your day. And you've had a pretty what the fuck day. A purple worm's like a CR-14 massive behemoth creature.
Mm-hmm.
And she got scratched up fighting one, taming it for her menagerie. But it's something she said so casually and off, like, side-handed of not like, hey, you need to believe me, I'm badass enough to tame a purple worm. It's like, oh, it's whatever. Not important. I would say
Okay.
it's near impossible to believe, but it doesn't feel like she's lying if it is if, it didn't happen.
Okay. What do you want? Why am I here? Why didn't your pet just kill me in the street?
My pet?
Or
Terrified?
your Deathan, whatever his name is.
God, I hate him too. He's not my pet. He's my babysitter. He gets annoying.
Why do you need a babysitter?
I agree. That's the first thing you've
If you tamed
said
a
that made
purple worm,
sense.
why do you need a babysitter?
I think at that, roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. 12.
I think Elena's a little, like, caught off guard, of like, yeah, I'm smart, and I'm capable, and I'm one of the most brilliant minds at arcane magic in this side of Seed Owl.
I know. I've heard. What? I'm just. I do. What? Okay. Why am I here?
I think Elena's like a little bit flustered too and is gonna say, oh, yeah, anyways, I've got a dozen other leads for you in Ardor Serai. Corrupt politicians, the Cinder Inquisition, your rivals have a secret prison, people who have gone missing, lots of things to keep you entertained, and just let me drift from your mind. She'll
Oh,
pull
so this
out
is a bribe.
scroll and say, it's giving you the opportunity to make the world a better place. Isn't that what you do?
I guess it is.
Okay.
Okay. I can, in good conscience, take this scroll if. I don't want anyone to get hurt. That's my top priority.
She's gonna nod and she's gonna nod at that and say, yeah, not getting hurt. I can agree with that sentiment. That's why hire other people to do the hurting. Hurting can't bear to see the sight of it.
Okay. I think I'm gonna be like. Just one question. Who wants you to be babysat?
So,
Your father?
For Ivana in this moment, you have caught her off guard in how you have praised her, and I would say that Ivana can probably pick up that she is somewhat a glutton for this approval of whatever it is. You have a rare moment of trying to draw out more information from her, and I would say that you could roll either a persuasion check either directly asking her of like, please can you share this with me, or if you want to roll a performance check, I'll let you try and butter her up and she might share it willingly. But I think one route is you pull back and you ask her. The other route is you, I don't know, try and exploit this weird character flaw you've discovered.
I think I'm just gonna. I think I'm just gonna be straight up and do the persuasion check. Be like, who put this guy on you? I just don't understand. You were at top of your class. You did everything right. You're a celebrity. Everyone knows who you are. Why do you need this guy?
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. 20. Not nat.
Frickin' beautiful.
30-20.
Ivana, as you say that, she's going to like be nodding along in that big like Jack Nicholson like yeah and she's going to say everyone thinks that because I haven't shattered nations before, or I haven't fought gods, that I can't do this on my own, and I get distracted and I go off on little adventures to tame all the little creatures I want, but I can do all of that and do the job that I'm supposed to do. I am capable and I am able to do this.
Do what?
And she's like breathing a little bit like intensely. Say,
I know you can do it.
Terror Cry was sent to keep me on task by someone who doesn't even matter. Anyways, you handle all of these, and by the time you get through them, we'll be gone and out of your hair.
Mm-hmm. I know this is. That's your. You just want me to not investigate you? That's the only. If I take this scroll with all this information on it, you just want me to leave you alone?
Elena is going to nod at that and say, you don't even have to take it and agree to that. I'm sure by the time you read through it, you'll be so enthralled in chasing it that you'll see that I wasn't lying. And you'll do some good, and you'll feel good about yourself, and your order will probably reward you and give you tons of accolades.
I don't do this for recognition. I do this because I want to help people. And I think as I say that, I'm going to take the scroll from her hand.
Okay. As you take it, Elena is going to nod and move to walk by you. And I would say she's probably got like a bundle of bread she picks up off of like a pedestal. And before she goes, she's going to stop and say, not for anything, but you're pretty cool for an unrepentant. If you want to talk again inside the city, maybe that would be nice someday. Okay,
You know what?
Bye.
I'm gonna yell as she runs away. You're not so bad yourself.
Elena, yeah, turns around, still walking backwards, hands up in the air, and say, "I'm fantastic, and I'm going to prove it to everyone." And
I
she
believe you.
turns around and keeps walking. All right. You can head back to your party. Looking at this list, if you just unfurl it, yeah, it is a lot of dirt. I would say about 10 different directions that Ivana can pull in of things that you either didn't even know were happening in the city, like the cinder. So like the unrepentant of Umia's order, there is a flame order of you for a different goddess called the Cinder Inquisition. They're running a whole secret prison inside of the city. If any of this is true, it's like, holy shit, like, that's big. And a lot of stuff here for Ivana to like sort and pull through. That, yeah, at the end of the day, it probably will make the world a better place. If you were just talking to the person orchestrating stuff, I would say there's probably that huge uneasy feeling walking away from this scenario of, yeah, this does feel like a yucky bribe. She's turned in some other criminals so that you don't mess with her.
Well, she didn't say I had to ignore her.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'll give the scroll and be like, to everyone else and be like, I think I was just bribed? But that was I've had a weird day. That was the weirdest thing that's happened to me ever. I'm not even kidding.
You know what? Ivana, I'm gonna give you a free intelligence check.
Oh
DC
God.
14.
Okay.
Everything
Let's see.
is starting to come
15.
together for you.
I have a -1. My best rolls. And I have a
Um,
-1 to intelligence.
So you've talked to some of the assassins, you've talked to some of the contractors. They don't even care if they said whoever is like ordering this, and so did the Tolls family. They said whoever is ordering this, they don't even care if these contracts are fulfilled. It's just a ton of money flowing, ton of problems. Things are exploding left and right, and you were onto something, and then 10 more problems just popped up that are now grabbing your attention. You're starting to see all of the threads and the workings of whatever Elena's planning. You don't think any of this, any of anything is important. You think that she's distracting everyone. She is caught setting stuff on fire, and everybody's attention is focused on it. So much so that she wants your attention focused on it. What she is doing, what, whoever else she's working with, you don't know. But you're starting to, like, you look into this and you're just like, everything else going in the capital, all of that comes into the mix of, like, you don't know what her plan is, but you know she's keeping everybody else fighting and swarming for who knows why.
So just keep the eyes off of her.
Probably.
Yeah, I share that information with everyone else and be like, she's just causing distractions. I don't know what she's planning, but I don't think any of it's I think it's something bigger than what's on this paper.
Avalon will roll a history check. And she's gonna say, well, we've certainly been distracted. There's an army on our borders, and everybody's so concerned on who's got a blade coming after them next in the capital. So much so that Westwind fell. You think that was her?
Fell?
Yes.
I mean...
That is information you guys got earlier this campaign. The military fortress Arter has at the border that was basically warding off this army, somebody blew it up.
Oh, okay, great. I don't know. I don't know. I think this is a good start, but I don't think that it's gonna... I don't think that she's planning something bigger.
All right. Well, I mean, if you're not obligated to stop looking for her, Avalon's gonna, like, nudge you and it's like, glad we got the unrepentant member on our side.
Oh.
What do we do about her bodyguard?
I think we leave him. For now. He doesn't... He's not a bodyguard. He's more like a babysitter. He's just there to make sure she doesn't get off track. So, if we don't get her off track, he's not gonna do anything.
Avalon closes her eyes and opens them and says, who hires a fucking death-in to babysit someone?
No! I tried to ask, but she wasn't really budging. She said someone who doesn't matter.
I think they very much do matter.
Well, me too. No one that matters to Elena. Apparently.
We should send, hold on. Anthem. Phoenix.
Mhm.
Does the party know that, that Anthem is a, doppelganger? I know Amaru knows.
She does?
Amaru saw you.
We see it in the mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the conclusion, did they actually make it? Like, I'm not even sure.
I think you both had the agreement of, I'm not going to talk about what I saw, and you're not going to talk about what you saw.
Oh no, Anthem did talk to Amaru about it and addressed it, but for some reason Amaru just didn't say anything or ask any questions back.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I think Avalon would catch herself on that comment then. She would say, next time we should send... Never mind. We'll make a plan next time.
Okay.
Alright, is the decision to still go back to town? Or to go back to Arter?
I think so. Yeah. I really can't think of anything left to do here
are we
now.
supposed to, like, talk to Nate Cart?
Oh. We have a week, though, right?
Yeah, you all wanted to because you want to kill Draylin, and you know she hates Draylin, and Anadelia told you that she's tried to assassinate him before. So you wanted to go ask her for help. There is no official meeting, no anything that has been set up. So if you guys flake right now, you're not abandoning anything. This was like a spur of the moment decision of like, hey, we should kill Draylin and we should go ask her for help. Let's go ask her for help first. But you all can abandon that plan if you so desire. I would say even so much so, you all know that Lethelia pretty much talks to nobody. The only woman who enters and leaves her inner circle is Anadelia, the lady you guys talked to in the capital. Your sister-in-law, in-law Anthem. But if you want to stay and try and get a meeting with her, that's also cool. Give me a direction for the party, and then we're gonna end here for the night.
Okay. I think we should just head back because we have a week until the Nakart ball, right?
You have,
So or a couple days.
yeah, you have 2 days.
2 days.
Yes. You'll get back to Ardor tonight. It's
Yeah,
the
maybe we should
17th.
just stay.
The 18th will happen, and then on the 19th you can come back to town and attend the ball if you so desire.
Should we just stay until the ball? We can hole up in the keep or the inn that we were at.
I think we should stay.
Okay. I agree.
Yeah.
All right. So next session we'll be either walking around town trying to learn more about the Nakarts, or we might fast forward to the 19th. I love running Nakart balls. These are my favorite parts of every single campaign because there's so many cool people here, and it's future Emmy. Okay. Thank you all so much for attending tonight. I am going to huge. You guys found Alcaius. You didn't get his real name, but you learned his pseudonym, Terror Cry. That's big on its own. You talked to Elena. That's huge on its own. You still have no idea what she's up to. I would say at least half of your plans here were a gigantic success. And you know what Terror Cry is. I'm going to give you all 2 milestones tonight for that. And Ivana, Detective Extraordinaire, I'm going to give you 20 fortune for tonight. I'll give everybody else 5.
All right. Thank you so much. I really gotta go now, though.
Yeah,
Thank you.
for
Bye.
staying. Bye.
Bye.
And our next session is going to be on the 5th of October. Thank you all so much. If you're watching, you're free to hang out with us in Discord. And otherwise, enjoy your night. Goodbye.